Shucks, late na ako. Baka kanina pa naghihintay sila yun sa Zen Garden.
Josh, malapit na Valentine's. Ano bang plans mo?
Wala pa nga akong date eh.
Wala ka pang date? You never asked anyone
Oo
out.
nga eh.
Sobrang torpe mo naman. We don't like anyone ba?
Wala
Wasn't
eh.
this girl in class that you like?
Wala eh. Ikaw ba? May date ka na ba?
By the way, nasa na si Paolo?
Oo nga eh.
He said he'll be here.
It's 8:30 na.
Always late.
Oh, there's Philo.
Oh, there he is.
Hi.
Hi, Paolo!
Hi, Philo.
Sorry, late. Dinaan ko pa yung mga requirements ko eh. So, ano nangyari sa inyo?
No, dapat ikaw magkwento. Ikaw galing JPA, di ba?
Okay. So, yun nga, nilibot ko yung buong Europe. I see, like, nakita ko yung mga sobrang old team na mga buildings and yung mga sites. And yun nga, meron pa, I have a picture ng nandun ako sa Paris eh. So, I show you guys later. Pag na si Francis. Yun. Kayo, ano bang, what's happening na?
You know what? I'm really not okay because the thing is, I'm flunking my subjects and yung mga minor subjects ko nagpipiling na major, and I don't even know if I'm gonna be here next sem. And sobrang stressed out na ako right now. I'm like, pressure from my family. They want me to stay here, but I think I have to look for another plan. So.
You know, I actually learned something about that when I was in Germany. I mean, while there, I had the chance to observe a lot of people. I mean, yeah, I've seen the people outside of the cities and stuff. And talagang, for me, sobrang na-surprise ako dun sa mga fellow students ko na nasa university. I mean, for me and all the other exchange students, sobrang ang focus lang namin is doing our, going to class, doing the requirements. Pero the students there, they're so active. They make a lot of effort to express their opinions about politics and the changes that they want for the government and for their towns. Kaya I think kaya yung problem mo na, and well, I guess problem ng a lot of students right now is na yung academics ang focus. Well, sa kanila, they're trying to go out of their way to make real changes. Parang sobrang liit lang ng problem natin as compared to them.
Your point that we have to involve ourselves into things outside the academics, like politics and social change, but you know, right now that's not my concern eh. Like, I'm stuck in this Ateneo bubble and there's just so much to do and I'm failing my subject, so you know, maybe in the future we can think about that. Pero ngayon, priorities academics. You know, graduate, get a good life, then maybe think about the other things after that.
But you should know then na hindi porket you get high grades, you pass all your requirements, and eventually get an Ateneo diploma. That doesn't mean that you will get a comfortable life in the end. I mean, right now, modern culture idolizes those kinds of people. I mean, the people that are intellectuals, handsome, rich, eventually, and you know, those people that get high-paying jobs. Modern culture, they think that that's what makes people successful. That's what makes people truly happy. But really, it's not. I mean, there are a lot of things that are more important. More important things that we should be focusing on.
So, yun naman talaga, di ba? Gano'n naman talaga. So, we idolize those people who are high achievers, matatalino, because they can do whatever they want at any time. So, yun naman yung ginagawa natin ngayon, di ba? Like, we went to school every day. Wala, we're preparing ourselves na eventually, sa uli, magiging ganun din tayo. Di ba? So, we can do whatever we want. That's what we are preparing now.
Sorry, oh my god. Sobrang late ko naman. Galing kasi ako sa meeting sa org kasi may project proposal ako kanina. Well, okay naman siya. So,
Dami ginagawa. Balita ko every din yung workload mo sa classes mo.
Medyo naman yung band ko, isang pang-akad,
Oh,
isang
okay.
pang-org, yung isa Eto, nandito na damit ko kasi hindi na umuwi ng bahay.
Wow,
Sobrang
grabe
busy ko
naman.
lang.
Grabe, Francis.
Yun, tapos ang dami kong exams next week, tapos last week, so may rehearsals pa ako kasi CADS ako.
Cool.
So, kamusta yung GTA mo? Tagal nating di nagkita.
Yeah, pero yun, dami ko nakita eh. Like, one of the places I visited in sa Venice, sobrang ganda ng mga house, mga buildings, parang sobrang nainggit ako sa lugar nila. And yung mga people talaga, sobrang friendly nila sa to foreigners. So, yeah.
Sarap naman. Parang gusto ko na tuloy mag-GTA.
Yeah, but I don't get it why people love going to GTA. I mean, what do you actually do there? Nagpapakasarap sa buhay. I mean, why? And like, from a bigger perspective, everyone wants to work abroad in Singapore, in Europe, in London, whatever. But how can you make a change in this country? I mean, what this country needs really right now is change. How can you change? How can you start a change if you're not even part of the equation when you're not here?
I understand naman where you're coming from. I mean, we already said nga, you said na you're active in your org. And I know that your org is actually doing a lot of things to help the people outside of Ateneo then. And for me, actually, at first that's also what I thought when I went to GTA, that all I'm gonna do is party and see all the sights and experience a lot of the culture there. But in fact, I actually learned a lot of things. Just like what I told Josh and Denise earlier when you weren't here. That yun nga, when I learned those things, I've realized that there are really some things that you can't just learn in one place. That by going to GTA, I learned a lot of things that, in my opinion, would help in me growing as a person. I mean, I can't expect to learn everything that I need to when I want to survive in real life just by staying here in the Ateneo. It's important that I broaden my perspective by experiencing a lot of things and meeting a lot of people in different places.
Wait, can we not be serious for a moment? Francis, did you get my message? Are we still
What
game? We talked about this last week. We're gonna study later, right?
Oh my God, sorry. I forgot, but I can't make it anymore kasi tomorrow na yung dada ng proposal ng project sa Kaingin. It's next week already.
But I really need your help. I need to study, and I can't do it alone. And you promised.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I
Okay, you know what?
forgot.
I'll just go ahead and study na. Sorry.
I think Eunice's super mad at me. What am I gonna do?
Well, hindi mo may iwasan kasi you broke your promise with her. I mean, you know naman that hindi mo maiwasan talaga na tomorrow na yung deadline and you weren't able to finish your proposal. Pero iba pa rin talaga since you made a promise to her and you need to keep it.
But I didn't mean to break it. I was just so busy this week.
I mean, we know naman and we know where you're coming from. And we're all students here. So we can relate to you when you say that talagang sobrang na-hectic ka na and yung workload hindi mo na kinaya. And I know naman na Eunice would understand that what you're doing naman isn't really just for yourself. I mean, you're helping the people in your org, and your org is doing a lot of things din naman that would help a lot of people other than the org itself. So, I guess what you should do na lang is to talk to her.
But she doesn't even want to talk to me anymore. I mean, she just walked out.
Okay lang yan. You two are good friends naman eh. Minsan talaga, there are troubles between friendship. But by overcoming those troubles, you'll be able to make your relationship a lot stronger.
Hi, Francis.
Eunice, no.
wanna say I'm sorry about yesterday. I was a bit irresponsible to break my promise. And I was just really busy. Sorry. It's okay, I understand. I was able to study and I realized that I think I overreacted. And I don't want to ruin our friendship. Yay! Hi, Joy.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
I'm good. Tataas ko lang i-pass yung mga requirements.
So you're done, Sir Sam.
Yeah, konti na lang. Oh, here's Philo. Late na
Hi,
naman.
Roy. I didn't again.
Hirap talaga pag returning from JB.
You should sit down.
Okay.
So guys, have you thought about what Paulo said yesterday about, prioritizing studies? I mean, that's what our parents taught us since we were children. Now we should value our education because for them, it was hard to get one. And sa atin, parang they pay for tuition and we get it so easily. And we owe it to them now, to get good grades because we work hard for their tuition. And just that. But the thing is, yun na lang ba yung life natin? Mag-aaral na lang ba tayo? I mean, what about our friends? What about our values? What about us as a person? What about our passions? I mean, confused.
Yeah. Actually, I think yung point lang ni Paolo is that we should not stick sa mga tinuturo lang sa atin and sa mga bagay na nakahanda na for us. And katulad nun sa'yo, di ba, in-encourage ka niya to join org. So maybe because para ma-involve ka rin and explore different things.
So, ang gusto ba niya sabihin is that you have to look for something that we value, yung nga mahalaga sa atin. Besides, well, given na we have to and do well in school, but other than that, we have to look for something that we value. Kaya ba niya ako in-encourage or I think what he's trying to say is that we have to have like an overall change in ourselves, our perspective in life that we should broaden. And that, in my case, I'm having a hard time with school and it's a struggle and we all have our own struggles and every day is a war, it's a battle and we should prepare for it, And it is in these struggles that we learn to overcome ourselves and break limits. So, yun nga na, that's what he's saying na we have to value our education, but more than that, dapat alam natin kung ano yung mahalaga para sa atin, para sa sarili natin. I mean, we know what to prioritize besides studying. And kasi we're studying in Ateneo, it's one of the best schools in the country. I mean, hindi naman pwede na para sa atin lang yung education na yun. Dapat you know how to share it to others and be a person for others. Yeah, and if we don't know this, then we'd just be filled with cheap truths or wrong virtues, I remember from class, virtues are easily said than done, It's a habit, it's something that we should do every day. We should live our lives of virtue.
Yeah, and I also realized na madaming tao na successful sa life pero successful ba talaga? Totoo ba yung mga sinasabi nila? Kasi hindi naman ibig sabihin na we graduate with honors, automatically madali na yung buhay, comfortable and stuff. So, ngayon, I think hindi lang tayo dapat maging sunod-sunuran. And we should take initiative and ngayon, kumilos and maging independent.
Hi guys. Sorry, late ako. Nakalimutan ko kasi ipasa yung isang kong requirement sa Philo department. Tinakbo ko pa.
You're always late na lang.
Yeah, sorry nga.
It's okay, Paolo. Actually, we're the ones who are supposed to apologize. We were talking earlier about what you said yesterday, and you know what? We think you're right, and we're sorry that we didn't take you seriously. But I think now we know what you meant. Yeah, that, I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you're saying that we shouldn't be complacent with our lives. We have to always striving for something more, and
I guess we should strive for what is true. What is true, not just cheap truths that we can find every day. Because the real truths, those are the ones that are hard to get, and those are the ones that we should strive for.
There are many things that we hold valuable in our lives. Truth is one of those things, one of those virtues that we set for ourselves. But we should understand that truth and all the other things are hard to do, and those things require from us activity. We should try to live out those things. If not, we won't be able to genuinely and comfortably sleep at night.
Upshares of virtue. So Nietzsche talks about, in that aphorism, he talks about cheap truths and cheap knowledge. And we as students, we deal with these every day. We study for histo finals, we study for math finals, and how much of these cheap truths do we actually deal with? Well, that is why in our video, we wanted to emphasize that we have to know in ourselves, we have to know what is important and what we value as persons so that we are able to evaluate which ones are the real truths and which ones are cheap. Real truths are hard-fought and hard-won. And so, when we deal with cheap truths and knowledge every single day as students, the hypocrisy will definitely exhaust us enough to put us to a good night's rest every day. And is that what we live for? Just to get a good night's sleep every single day? Maybe, just maybe, we do come to Ateneo. We study in this institution just to get a good night's sleep every day. I mean, we exhaust ourselves with orals, with finals, and other than that, we have to deal with our family, our friends, and we have to think about life and our purpose and everything. I mean, it's just enough. A person can only handle so much. Well, that's why it is important to know the importance of the element of time in your lives. What we have to do is we have to take it slow and don't rush things because we can only take in so much at the time. And life is a crooked line, and there will always be, obstacles and challenges. So let's just go with the line. I mean, the hurrier we go, the behinder we get. And there are ambitions that are immature because they are premature. So we have to, focus first on what's important and focus on the elements that are going to be a drag to our lives and get them done first. We don't have to rush things.
Okay, so we see in our video Frances's character breaking her promise to my character. So what does Nietzsche have to say about this? So in the beginning of Nietzsche's second essay in the Genealogy of Morals, we see that he gives great emphasis on our ability to make promises. He writes that promise keeping requires the need for powerful memory and confidence to keep this promise. This entails an awareness of ourselves and making ourselves predictable and knowable. Individuals who are able to make promises is an indicator that he is master of his own free will and is responsible in making claims regarding his future. This sense of responsibility may be called conscience. Arendt also talks about promises. She gives great values to two things, which is speech and action. And as we know it, promise making is a form of speech. And I quote her, "The faculty to make and keep promises responds to the frailty of human affairs. In the ocean of uncertainty, which is the future, promises serve to set up those islands of security that assure the continuity and the durability of human relationships." So we see from both philosophers that making promises shouldn't be taken lightly.
In Nietzsche's aphorism of the friend, he states that we always need other people to keep a conversation going, but it is always full of small talk. We do not really engage in a serious discourse. For instance, when we are with our friends, we usually gossip about each other's life. And for Nietzsche, if we want to be a real friend, we must be able and willing to wage war with our friends. We must be capable of being an enemy with our friends, and we must have a serious discourse.
So the plot of the story also borrows a lot of points from Nietzsche's book, Das Book Zarathustra. In the way we wrote the plot and the script of our film is that we want to show that students nowadays have a superficial value system that only cares about themselves. In the example shown in the video would be the excessive valuing of academic performance. We acknowledge that academic performance is important, but what we would like to express is that it is not the only thing that is important. That we should go out and see other things that would be of greater value. We try to express that idea by adapting into the storyline the aphorism of War and Warriors. There he claims that wars and conflicts have a specific purpose in the growth of the person. This can be connected to personal growth that is caused by conflict that exists inside the person when he tries to look for what he wants to do and what he wants to accomplish. When he questions what he is currently doing and what he is doing that. So factors that promote complacency, mediocrity, and passivity does not promote growth. Instead, it promotes stagnant men. What this means is that people should learn to question others and themselves. An example can be attributed when the warrior looks for his enemies and expresses courage in hopes of overcoming fear. In the case of our story, what we want to show is that we are trying to overcome our own selfish agendas for more important things that would affect the greater good in society.